What's up, boys? We're back with some more Spell Brigade, checking out the highest difficulty in a 4-player party, excuse me. Not a flavored party, I don't know what that would be. Let's go with a level here, and today we're going to be trying to get as many dark elemental spells as possible, and then just mind control enemies as much as we can, and having them fight each other instead of me, and see what happens. So we're going for the Birdman here. We're going to focus stats like cooldown and area and all that will apply more hits with the spells so we can stack up the mind control effect a bit faster. And we're also looking for other spells that hit a lot. Necro Whirl is especially very good at that. What else could we get? I guess Solar Pulse if I don't mind being close range to them. And if we miss any of the Dark Infusions, we're going to go for other elements that would combine nicely with it to apply more hits and stack it up faster. So Lightning is actually quite good, adding in the Chain Lightning effect and applying it to a bunch of enemies for every enemy the base spell hits. And then I guess Fire would probably be the next best, adding a damage over time that would also stack it up. So that's about all we're going for here. Let's see, it looks like we're on Infinite, and I think we got the no friendly fire thing this time, thankfully. That one is a bit of a pain with 4 different people in the rounds. So Astral Orbs is not bad if you get some of the quest upgrades for that. Vengeful Sprout I feel like kind of needs the lightning. I think that feels a bit more consistent. So Astral Orbs has one that causes it to split whenever it hits an enemy, and you can also get that multiple times, so it can hit like an enemy, split into 2, and then each of those can split into a total of 4 after that, which makes it really fun if you get a bunch of those. By default, it is pretty weak just hitting one single enemy though. Cooldown. Global upgrade there, but it doesn't fit the build. Screw it, we're doing it. It's pretty hard to get all of the infusions you want, although I guess infinite mode does make it a lot easier actually. Yeah, I feel like this game could use like a paint shop thing, or maybe they could have like epic or higher upgrades, give 2 levels at least maybe. It's just pretty hard to get all of the infusions, and they're one of the more interesting parts of the game, so if there's like a way you could sacrifice something else or get lucky and get a bit more progress towards that, I feel like that would be pretty nice. There's a lot of that on the lava. Cooldown or base cooldown for everything. Yeah, that'll give me the most hits overall. I think the bird spell got increased damage and faster cast speed at the same time, so it should be quite a bit stronger than before now. Nothing amazing. Let's go ahead and toss a reroll. Cooldown or spell size. I'm not sure how good that is with the birds. I don't know exactly how they work mechanically. Yeah, I guess we'll grab it. It'll probably be good with some of the other spells we grab at least. So this is the Astral Orb thing that's cool. But we also got a good one for the birds, doing extra AoE damage, so I think we'll take that since your default spell also has some pretty significant bonuses from the wizard itself. Usually seems best to focus those if you can. So it seems like the bird itself does a single target hit, and then they just fly around. I guess they're kind of like drones, it seems like. Never really paid that much attention to them. So we got the disposable tech, I guess. cooldown, or damage. We'll go there. Cooldown for the birds, and that one. That's a tough choice. I'm actually not sure how that works since it seems like it stacks additively, but if we can get that very high, it could actually be pretty insane. Big spell damage, I guess we may as well here. I think there's an overclock for an extra bird each time, right? So we definitely need some of that for some of the later upgrades. Spell cooldown, we'll take that if they're within one, just to apply a lot more hits with it. Cooldown, yup. Oh, that was a magnets. We'll go probably the infusion here. Go ahead and see what we got there. So we'll go lightning to add in some AoE to it, and then hopefully improve the dark effect at the next level. There we go, hits an extra target. Yeah, that sounds really good with what we have. Or, no, I guess it means it leaps to another target before it fades. Okay, I don't actually know how good that is then. I didn't see how many hits it was doing before that. I thought it would do 2 of them at once. Okay, so here, I think probably the broadsword is the easiest to get a lot of hits with. This did get massive buffs, but I'm not very familiar with it. I've been waiting to unlock the Talon-focused wizard, who's one of the latest ones to unlock. Since I know he has some special and interesting mechanics, he apparently has some sort of lifesteal, but I'm still a ways off from unlocking him, but I'll do a full Talon build once I've got him, I think. Cooldown, that's fine. Oh, we probably have a chest up by this point, I would think. Cooldown, yep. I guess we could try that. It sounds kind of bad for standing still, but more cooldown. So we're at minus 27. Looks like you need to stand still for a bit for that to trigger. Or reopen the page, maybe. Okay, so it looks like it's additive with that. So that's, like, slightly better than one blue global upgrade? Is that right? Cooldown, yep. Actually, the flyers on this map might make it impossible to even use that. I guess spell damage it is. Cooldown, yep. Cooldown. Big cooldown, yep. That is actually pretty nice, so we can reposition and then stop moving a bit faster. So he's got some fiery plants here. Looks like that's either lightning or cold on the Talon Slash. We actually have two people with that, huh? Those guys have been playing a lot. 2 levels higher on a global upgrade. I probably do have to take that though. 2 statues with the same bird. Oh, Scepter Mesh is pretty good at doing a lot of hits. That's fine. So that leaves like some poles behind us, and they'll create like a wall of energy that will constantly tick on enemies that are walking through them. And if you get a fire infusion for it, it literally becomes a firewall. great. Probably just take a level on that so we can try to find the Dark Infusion a bit faster. That's the second highest. We could also reroll to try and find something else for that. I'm not sure if there's anything else. I feel like that probably makes a bigger difference than that one. You can get some really big swords later on, and once you have decent cooldown, you can also have a bunch of them out at the same time. Nice cooldown there, yep. So I guess we'll have to go lightning again to set up for the next one there. Oh, you do not want to get hit by those, ouch. So we'll take that since it's pretty close. Kind of let myself get trapped there, oops. Spell cooldown, bring that one step closer to the last infusion words. Big cooldown for that, absolutely. In trouble? Ooh, that's nice at least. Then, I saw it purple and I thought it was dark for a second. Dang it. I am forced to go into massive AoE. No. I just wanted cool mind control. Alright, so I guess we'll have to go like full lightning base since we have 3 of those now. Maybe I can like pull some of them away to allow my team to get out of there. Big crit chance, yeah, that's the only real choice here. That one has some nice upgrades, so I think we want to try and get some infusions there. Cooldown, yeah. cooldown. I think I want to go for the infusions now, even though that is the best damage. Infusions are just more fun. That would fit, but I don't know how good that is. Could we like get some numbers on that tooltip at least? I think we probably go for the scepter here. That'll make it a lot easier since we already have pretty good cooldown to go with it, to have all of them connected. Big XP. Don't really care that much. I guess we should since it's full damage now. It's decent damage. It makes it kind of awkward though. I don't know if there's anything else for standing still, but that would be kind of interesting if there is. That one's really good for healing up actually. I think I will grab that. That'll make it a lot easier to recover from mistakes, and that'll make it a little bit easier to stand still at some points. Cooldown. I guess this one doesn't really matter too much. Cooldown. Wait, you can push your teammates around? What the heck? I did not know that. Cooldown. Can I stand on the lava with the leech thing? Kind of. It does do a little bit of damage to the enemies that chase you onto it. We can get one for either of those. They both have one of the unique upgrades, I think. We'll go ice to buy some time with that. Cooldown. Yeah, I guess the standing still thing really isn't very good. At least not with thunder on your main weapon. You probably needed a very strong crowd control main weapon to get decent use out of that, I feel like. I guess grab the infusion there. Although that does improve the healing a decent amount. You do have pretty good upgrades for that, yeah, I guess so. Cooldown gets us an overclock. First dark, we could go absolute max lightning. I kind of do still want to get at least some crowd control to make it easier to stand still though. That improves the healing, so at higher rarity we definitely should. Down, since that is our crowd control weapon. I think I probably still will just because it's fun. Spell size is fine. I'll make it a lot easier to hit with it. So I guess the Dark does literally nothing against the boss himself, right? Which is funny because the ice one actually does slow them down. So every other element has some sort of effect on them. That's an epic. Oh wait, I can actually see the chest. I didn't even know you could have 3 of them by the boss, huh? could get that for more healing, but I don't even have any dodge. Probably just go for that, I guess. Yeah, whatever. We're doing big damage one. That sounds kind of cool with all of them being linked at the same time. That one has Thunder, which isn't the most interesting, but it would be cool if we got some more crowd control for it. I think probably just that one though. Ooh, base cooldown. This guy stealing my build and all the dark infusions. Leave some of those for the rest of us. I didn't even see that guy, what the heck? I was looking at the house just shaking there for some reason. Target for the birds. Another scepter. Probably should for the highest level spell. Well, the main thing is that any of my teammates that gain damage based on the number of revives they do, now I'm making them that much stronger, so we'll be in a lot better spot in the long run, so it's actually pretty good foresight on my part if you think about it. Nothing great, probably just take a level here. Yeah, it definitely feels like there should be some sort of way to get the infusions a bit faster. There is one wizard who gets them one level faster, I think, which isn't bad, honestly. Go luck here to improve the rarity of stuff. Chase them back through the scepters and towards my teammates, hopefully. So either of these would be decent. We do have a lot of scepters now, but that's my base spell, and it's much higher level. Yep. size. I guess I can see how my various spells are doing. Almost 18 million on birds. Not a whole lot on anything else. Cooldown, yep. Guess cooldown. Actually, we don't have anything cool in that. I may as well pump up the damage a bit as well. We can get even bigger size on it. I feel like we have so much for that though. Like high rarity upgrades and several of these already. It's probably better for that. Big damage there. Yeah, I'll take that at purple. Guy's talent slash looks kind of crazy. It's like distorting the area it's hitting. Big cooldown for the orbs. probably should. Yeah. It's actually very hard to move all of a sudden. Trying to get this guy out. Big base damage. That looks really cool. What is that? Acid and Dark? That's one of the least synergetic combos you could get for it, but it looks really cool. That one's getting kind of close. Yeah, I may as well. Please, team, there's none left over here. Aw, man, we're gonna fail that one. Spell size, yeah, that one's done. Oh, he left. Well, I guess that can happen. We were close to losing there anyways, I guess. And we did beat one of the bosses. I can't even see that page now, that's kind of annoying. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.